Good morning and welcome to another episode of Tony Talk, a brief overview of some of my social media activity during May and some of the highlights that are coming up this month. I realise we're halfway into the month already, but hopefully you'll find this interesting and informative. So let's go on a bit of a visit of what happened during May. As we begin, I want to acknowledge that I am on the First Nations land of the Yagara and Turrbal people in Meanjin, known as Brisbane. I pay respects to the elders past, present and emerging. We prepare for NAIDOC Week, which is happening at the beginning of July with a theme of Heal Country. I certainly invite you to get information about celebrations and events in your local community so you can be part of this national gathering and celebration. So, the big events in May included a few events where I got to delve into my wardrobe. On May the 11th, it was World Keffiyeh Day. I wear my keffiyeh in solidarity with the people of Palestine. On May 17th, Ida Hobbit Day is the International Day against phobias about sexuality and gender diversity. It began as Idaho Day, but a few acronyms have been added over the years as we've become more aware of the diversity of human sexuality and challenging people and communities to move beyond fear and prejudice of the human. May 20th was the anniversary of the restoration of independence in Timor-Leste. So some of the features that happened during May that were important for me that I invited people to celebrate. I also used a number of YouTube clips during May, and these clips are hyperlinked on the PowerPoint. So you'll be able to open the PowerPoint from my YouTube channel and have a look at these links. Important cultural and community moments that were celebrated in video. And once again, I've hit the wrong thing. What I wanted to do was actually do this. So you can see that they're all live. There we are. Yeah. Sometimes Zoom just doesn't do what I want it to do. One of the other highlights during May was National Reconciliation Week. I was able to participate in the flag raising at the Cathedral of St Stephen in Brisbane and also took part in the Catholic Centre staff activity. I was honoured to be invited to join the community for that. So again there, you'll find a link to the YouTube clip about the flag raising and an interview that I did at the time. And for some reason, whenever I press this, there we are. We're going too far now. Back here. Okay, some reading that happened. Look, I could go back and edit this, but hey, this gives it a little bit more informality. And this is what I'd be doing if you were sitting next to me. Works well, doesn't it? Okay, a bit of reading that I came across through the month. So Laudato Si Week is in honor of the writings of Pope Francis on our care for our common home and the ongoing raising of awareness, particularly amongst people of faith, about our responsibility to our common kinship with all life forms. And there's links bringing them home, of course, was the report that is central to National Reconciliation Week and At Home in the Land by my old friend Jeff Lacey in Melbourne. I invite you a bit of Australian research and resource there on environmental issues that are really significant. One of the highlights of May was I am a lead in a local community site called Nextdoor. And those of us that have been promoting this online link of local communities, sharing information, news, etc., got a little certificate of recognition of our commitment to community. And I now live in the outer suburbs a bit from Brisbane, no longer connected as much to, say, the West End, South Brisbane region as I was for a number of years. So I'm now making my links and connections around here. I live in Carina Heights, and so it's great to be part of this. Zoom gives us opportunities to have the most incredible photo shoots. And this is one part of my connection to the Queensland Community Alliance, the grassroots movement of unions, trade unions, churches, and community organisations working together for constructive social change and political engagement with the government of the day. This is a really inspiring group to be part of, and I just love the idea. Look at all that diverse group of people that are part of ongoing conversation, discernment, and consultation about our priorities for the local community. That was May. We've now moved into June, and from this slide, you'll be able to go to my blog site with the calendar for June, which details significant anniversaries and events that I celebrate, remember, during the month of June. So you can either look at the slideshow or you can go into the larger PowerPoint version, which enables you to scroll down the stream. Each of them has links, again, hyperlinking the information to those significant events and days. Next week, on the 20th of June, I'm taking part in a walkathon. Now, you may say, well, everyone does walkathons, but those of you that have been following my medical adventures since January would know that I fractured my ankle in January quite severely, and the journey back to walking has been a long, slow, and somewhat torturous event, which included a leg getting infected after I went and got some skin cancer biopsies done. So I've had all sorts of drama. So this, in fact, is going to be my first significant public walk. I missed out on the Labor Day march and other public marches I would usually do because it's just been too difficult to do the walk. So I'm looking forward to doing this as a fundraiser for the Romero Centre here in Brisbane, supporting refugees and asylum seekers in our community. I'll be doing the 3.5 kilometre walk. If you want to link there and add some sponsorship, feel free. You're most welcome. And I want to thank those who have generously added to my fundraising campaign for this particular walk. Where do you find me? What do I do? Hey, social media has become more than a pastime, it's a hobby. In fact, it's one of the ways I connect to community in so many ways. I have a blogspot, justlivingoz.blogspot.com. You will find me on Facebook, particularly through my Tony Robertson photography. I'm on Twitter as Culture Boy, and I've started using my profile on TikTok, Reddit, Tumblr, and some of the other platforms. So go have a search if you want to see what I've been up to and what I've been doing and the stuff I've been publishing recently. Invite you to engage in conversation and comment. That's part of social media, is it's a social engagement. So I welcome your response and comments to the material that I share. And I'm always quite surprised by the range of people who follow me across different platforms. It includes LinkedIn, where I promote my work as a social media coordinator for L'Arche Australia, supporting people living with and without intellectual disability. So that's a wrap up for this month. Thank you for watching. I welcome your comments and responses. Look forward to seeing you at the next Tony Talk as I sign off for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.